Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's get ready for this live chat. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe right now. Come on in. Hello guys, welcome to Formula EOSBM. I am Marchel'e, and today we are making homemade makeup with your own household items that you may have. You may find some of these items in your kitchen. You may have had to go out to purchase them. Who knows? But welcome to tonight's show. So as you know, the link is already dropped for the guests. I put in the description the different ingredients that you will need for this evening. And if it's anything that you have that you're thinking ahead of time that you want to know, you want to talk about, even if it isn't on the comments or if it isn't on the topic tonight, it doesn't matter. We could definitely still talk about whatever you all want to talk about. But what we were doing was scrolling through TikTok, and TikTok has all these things. How do you make your own homemade eyelashes? How do you make your own homemade foundation, eyeshadow, and all the above? So what we're going to do this evening, we have a special guest, Jarusha. Tonight she will explain who she is, if you all didn't read the description, and what we are doing this evening. So I want to know who's all on this live. Be sure to leave a comment now and just say hey, checking in. Let me know how your week has been going, how your day has been going. How's everything been going for everyone? We're probably going to be on here for about an hour and a half, maybe two. You know how sometimes you get to rolling and you're like, okay, well, let me see. So let me know, how's my lighting, how's my sound. If you are actually going to make these at home with us, I want you to also leave a comment as well. And remember, I give 10% off Seychelles clothing for anyone who can remember the candle of the evening. So let me see, because I have already lit it. It's already lit. So tonight's candle, I thought this was cute. You see this little ethnic, I thought that was cute. So tonight's candle is amber and fig. Can you see that? Let me see. Wait. Can you see? Okay, there it goes. So tonight's candle is amber and fig. So if you remember the name of this candle, at the end of the show, you will receive 10% off your next purchase at Seychelles Clothing. So let's go through really quickly what you should have with you in front of you if you are doing this with us. Just a few household things. If you have some other ideas of a few things that you have, let me know as well. I would love to know how you'll be making makeup at home. So let me see. We have, let me see what all I put on here. Okay, so we had some mixing containers. So what we did ahead of time, we're already prepped. So we have some cornstarch in here. We have our flour. Try to put it in the middle. Our flour. Our cocoa mix. Our turmeric. We also have excuse me, I'm multitasking. Okay. We had our beets, okay. Something to mix everything with. Hold on, guys. Okay. This is real life nowadays, okay? Let me just tell you, this is real life, honey. This is real life. You should also have a few makeup brushes. We wanted to do another step, some eyelashes. If you have eyelashes, you might want to have some glue. So go and gather everything that you need. Oh, we also have Pepsi too. So the link is there. So Miss Jarusha, whenever you are ready to join, we are ready. So what else did you all do? What all have you all been doing? Whew, look at my hair. Did you all get your Pepsi? I think you should have your Pepsi too. That's really it. That's everything. You have everything that you need, right? It's right in front of you. So once Miss Jarusha hits that link, we'll be ready to get tonight started. Okay, there she is. So, Miss, I'm going to go ahead and hit you in now. So, are you ready? I see you. I want to make sure you're ready. I'm seeing in front of your camera. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Jarusha, are you ready, honey? Okay. So, I'm adding you to the stream now.
Well, hello. I'm trying to figure out how to flip this camera around, honey.
Oh, okay. You want me to pull it out, and then once you get it, where are you? I don't know where you are. You can get it together and then hit it back.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
How do I get out? Oh.
I'll hit remove. Okay, guys. So while we're getting that together, again, I want to know, what all have you ever made from like just homemade household ingredients? I know nowadays they put apple cider vinegar in about everything. You put apple cider vinegar to get away the blemishes on your face, to shoo the flies away, to lose weight. You could do a ton of different things with apple cider vinegar. Let me see, what else have I ever made like homemade? I can't say that I really make a lot of stuff homemade outside of food, because if I'm not cooking it and eating it, I really just go buy it from the store if they already had it. But like I said, we found this on TikTok and it was like, okay, wait a minute. I really want to know if you can make foundation from just some household flour, some hot chocolate mix, some Pepsi. We're going to blend it to our tone and see what, if it can match our skin tone. Now, the girl page that we found this on, I can't think of her name right now. Jarusha may remember it. But it was so interesting because she was like, yeah, if you want to cover up a hickey, or if you were in a fight and you would have blended out really quickly, because like I said, she was in jail. And when somebody is coming to visit you, I was like, are you kidding me? That is like something different there. But I thought it was interesting enough to do it. So this is part of our beauty channel of this evening that we do. Let me see. There were a few other things that we did go ahead and purchase just for tonight. So you might, if you want to run to your makeup and go get you a few things, we have some brushes, eyeshadow brush, you know, a little sponge. We gonna blend it with our little blender. A crease, This is for crease your eyeshadow. Okay, there she goes. She got it. Contouring. I'm adding you now, honey.
I hear.
Okay, you got it. You got it
Maven.
now.
Yes. Hi, everyone. I am Jarusha Allure. I am your beauty and wellness maven. I specialize in mental and physical wellness. And what is all that without beauty and glam is overall self-care. So, hey.
So hey, so you did your own introduction so good, so I don't have to
Oh,
do it.
oh,
You
honey.
no, you are absolutely fine. So again, welcome to Formula EOSBM. Today we're gonna get this mixing. We're doing some eyeshadows, I believe,
Yes.
and we're doing some foundation.
Yes. We're going to do foundation, concealer, eyeshadow. We're going to make all of this look like we stepped out of Sephora.
Ooh, child. Now let me find out
But
that I can have a full face makeup for about $6. Okay, I'm gonna be on it all the
okay,
time.
listen, and because I love some skincare. I also, yes, we have the ingredients that were on the video, but I snuck in a few that are actually good for our skin. The turmeric, that leaves your skin luscious and plump, and the beets are actually good. They're anti-inflammatory and antioxidant, so it actually takes off this dead layer of skin off your face. So we actually doing some
Okay.
self-care up in this too, okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's go through. And just show everybody what you have, your palette, what you have in front of you tonight.
Okay, hold on. Let me unwrap this a little bit. Can we see this? I have some smashed beets with the juice, and I mixed some water in there. I have flour, cornstarch, my turmeric, and some cocoa powder. And then
Okay.
I was extra. I had to get my funnels and all my extra tools, honey.
Okay, so are we measuring it, or are we gonna do it like grandma when you first start cooking? She be like, "I."
These are just for show to be cute, but we just don't just put it on in there.
Okay, we just
to
go.
be cute.
I was gonna say, so I got a few in front of me too, but they were just for really mixing. That was all they were for. I didn't know we were really mixing tonight. I didn't plan to mix, but we can if need be.
I was a little extra. I went and got the whole salt and pepper in case we need a spice. Give it a little seasoning too.
Now
okay?
what store you steal those out of? Okay, you're the person that go to Chipotle and get one little taco and take 14 forks and take their Tabasco sauce too.
No, honey. Actually, because I did meal prep for my clients, so I had GFS. So I grabbed a whole box. So
Oh,
this is
look at
what that's
that.
going
You so classy, girl. You so classy.
I give them a fork, honey. They gotta eat it right.
Listen, just give them everything that they need. Okay.
Right.
Well, good. So I think that was everything. Oh, wait. So what was your you were using Pepsi or Coke?
So I have both. I have the Pepsi, but I
Okay.
also started on the Coke. Don't come
Okay.
at me. So we got a little bit of Coke left, but I got Pepsi too.
Okay. Which one you think you're gonna do? Or are you gonna do two?
I was interested in just seeing how it goes. You have Pepsi, so I was kind of seeing what the difference would look like with Coke. So we just have some difference in our application. So I don't know. I was gonna mix around and see what I'm feeling as we're, mixing our ingredients.
And then because we are blending and using these different household products, you might have to pull that camera up a little bit closer as we keep going. You ain't got to do it now. You ain't got to do it now, but just so they can actually see like where the starting point is, and then the other piece. Okay. So let's see. So Letitia said, I would never make my own makeup mix. Someone told me that you should be able to eat whatever product you put on your hair. However, I do not believe in that.
I have done some natural deep conditions though. I will say that I've done like some apricot or what is it called? Mango deep conditions with aloe and coconut oil. So it's like I believe it. I I feel like the stuff you can't eat are the preservatives and things they're putting on it for a shelf life. So it's a yes and a no for me.
So
You can
do you think that our hair can really withstand other products outside of what we eat?
I, absolutely. We I mean, we may have had some trials in there, but we withstood a perm, honey. That perm helped us through some times.
Shit. Well,
It
now
helped
that
us
perm, they say it's causing cervical cancer, causing
exactly.
why women can't have babies now. So now
No,
we're
that's
finding
true.
out a little bit more.
That's true. That's true. You did just hit me with a hard point. That is true. So it's like, I think everything in moderation, though, right? Like when I think about a perm, how often were we getting perms? Like every month. So that consistent chemicals, I can see how that over a long term cause like these defects. But I'm here and there. I feel like you should be okay. And that's with
Yeah.
everything. That's with everything. Even certain foods we eat, we shouldn't eat all the time either. Like, so it's all everything with moderation.
Yeah, I listen. I'm a firm believer of if they make it in the stove, I'm going to buy it because I am. How much time would you really need? But if you go back to the hair for a second, our grandmas they were putting egg in their hair like
The
years and
mayonnaise.
years ago. So it was other things, but now they putting the whole produce out.
Oh,
Uh,
honey, I will grab an avocado real quick, okay? Avocado, aloe, all of that stuff is just so your hair just looks so luscious and good. Hold on, we did a whole deep condition at the gym with you. Like, didn't you see the difference just putting that raw aloe and honey in your hair
yeah.
versus just
So
getting a
tell them
regular
what
conditioner?
all did we use?
So we did use a conditioner. I think it was TPH, and she does kind of go more on the natural side. But to add to that, we used aloe and honey to that, and it just really made your curls and your natural texture really juicy. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had a lot. We had a lot going on. Okay,
Yes.
wait.
Yes.
You're froze. Okay, no, you're unfroze. You're unfroze.
Okay.
Okay, so Jarusha is gonna walk us through this step by step. I'm kind of like the model. But we're both gonna do it.
Okay.
I have my empty containers here for mixing.
Mm-hmm.
And we're I think we're ready to go.
Okay, so everyone does their makeup differently and have their own steps. Me, I like to do my eyeshadow first. So I think let's mix our eyeshadows first. So let's get our beets going and our turmeric. So with the beets, we're going for like a red look. The turmeric, a nice sunset orange kind of vibe.
It's my camera.
And in the cocoa, yes. Yes. So do you have liquid?
Huh?
The liquid? Do you have some liquid to your beets?
There is no liquid in here. This is just blended.
Okay, so if you have some water, maybe put some water in your beets and then let that sit while we mix the cocoa and turmeric.
Okay.
Because
So
that's
I
really what we're looking for, the juices from the
the
beet.
okay, so we'll go back. I'll go back and add some juice to this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
Now
then I'll get us mixing. Let's start with the turmeric because I think that would be an interesting thing. So actually, we're gonna do two at a time because we do have the cornstarch and we do have the flour. Don't you have both as well?
I do. So this one is my cornstarch here.
Okay.
And I do have my flour here as well.
I think just so we get a good vibe to see, because you guys, we are doing this first time. This was not no pregame. We figured it out already. We are learning as we go. Okay. So this is what's gonna make this live even more interesting and funny because this was no practice to this. So I think just to get a feel, we'll do two of each. So our turmeric, we'll do a little bit of flour and then one with cornstarch just to see how they react to one another and see the difference in thickness. You cool
Okay.
with that? All
Oh,
right.
and the thickness. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Because you don't want it too thick. You just want it just a little texture to it so it sticks on.
Okay, so with our containers, which ones are we starting with? What are we starting with first? Turmeric.
So yes, our turmeric. So we're gonna start with the turmeric. I'm opening mine up. This is fresh, honey.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put. Oh, let me use these that I actually
I know,
bought.
right? You better use what's in front of you. So
Let's.
I have this is an eighth tablespoon or teaspoon.
Mm-hmm. So
Um. So how much you wanna? What you wanna?
I like go ahead and dump an eighth in there. Maybe two of them. Let's do two. Let's do two 1/8 in each cup. So as you guys can see, we got two 1/8 in each cup. Here we go. And let's do half of that, like half of a 1/8, if that makes sense. Just a little bit. You see how I just got half of that scoop?
A little bit. Mm-hmm.
Let's put half in there so it should look like that.
Now
Just a little.
what was that one?
That was we're gonna do the same for both, but that was flour.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this one is my flour. Just a little bit to throw so the orange is not so dark, but just has a little lightness to it. But not too dark.
Okay.
So we're gonna use our spoon and some water. So measure your water because we'll end up just dumping the whole thing, right? So that same 1/8, let's take a little bit, just 1/8 drop of water. I'm gonna drop a little bit of, so I'm gonna mix that first. Let me mix it. So let's mix that really well. It's gonna need more than that. So just another 1/8. We're gonna take it little steps at a time so we just don't overdo it.
Okay.
1/8. I think it can handle another. You know what? Let's go to 1/4. 1/4 cup, 1/4 spoon, teaspoon.
What kind of consistency are we trying to reach? So this one has
Just
my corn.
something light and smooth, like nothing too thick. Just something really light and smooth. So this is still a little chunky. That's still
Mm-hmm.
too chunky. You want it to be a little smoother so it just comes on nice and even.
Now, are you using, just so we're not mixing cornstarch with the flour, are you using a different spoon or mixing utensil for, or no? Am I getting too technical?
What? Girl. Okay. No, I'm playing. Once we put the water in it, it kind of rinses it out. So I'm using the same. I'm not being that picky or particular.
Okay, I'm just making sure, because if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it all the way right, right?
Okay. So here we go.
Okay,
Yeah, we're
so
just
we
gonna use. I just used the same. The water rinsed it out a little bit, but I actually did switch. But
okay,
it's not even sticking to mine. So
okay, okay. I'm gonna get my water.
okay. Okay, I think I got the perfect consistency here, guys. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yeah, I like that. This works for me. So this is with the flour.
Okay,
And
you sound like you're a chemist, girl.
listen, honey, and I hated science. Okay, I'm like, get me out of here.
But just because we hate some things does not mean we're not good at it.
No, that's true. That is true, honey. That is true. Cause I don't like working out all the time either. But honey, in that gym, I'm that girl.
I
Okay.
know that's right. And
So
sometimes we got to be a little bit vain anyway.
yeah, I'm practicing. I'm practicing. I'm practicing. I'm practicing not to be. Okay, this is the era of positive self-talk, and it's not cocky. It's confidence, and do you all the time. Okay, and if they can't take the pressure, that's their problem.
I know that's right.
So I actually like this consistency. As you see, it's like smooth and creamy. It's not runny. It's tacky. So I like this right here.
Okay, let me add. I'm a few
Yeah.
steps behind, but we still all there.
And
Now,
you know
how?
what? I actually like how this turned out. So we don't have to do the flour, but if you want to do the flour for just for the comparison, we can if you want to.
You running it? I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay, so
Whichever.
then we're gonna do one with the cornstarch. So this is our turmeric, and we're gonna add that 1/8 again, just 1/8 of cornstarch, just a little bit to lighten it up so it's not too dark.
Wait, you adding more?
This is my second cup that I'm doing the cornstarch. The first one we did was with flour. This one is
Oh,
with the cornstarch. All right, so I will get a new spoon for that because we don't want to mix that like that since I've been stirring. And once again, let's start with 1/4 this time since we saw it took a few 1/8. So let's just do 1/4, one good scoop of water.
so this is what mine is looking like. I don't know if I should add.
If it's clumpy, if you see that it's clumpy and like a thick paste, then add a little more water.
It
You
looks.
want it to go ahead.
It looks runny on my end.
So then you want to add a little more turmeric. Let me put yours in the camera. Let's see.
Hold on. Girl,
Okay, so add a little more turmeric.
See, I ain't got time
So you
on my
add a little
new.
more turmeric. So I'm gonna add 1/4 of water to the cornstarch and the turmeric. And I already see I'm gonna need another 1/4. So here we go. And like I said before, you just want to do this a little bit at a time because you want to get that perfect consistency that will lay on nice and smooth and not clump up on you. So let's go ahead and stir that.
Mine look like mustard. Our turmeric is different colors, I see.
Oh, let me see your bottle of turmeric. It is different colors. Okay.
So this one was I got this from a girl when I went to Mall of America. So it's called Lavish Shea Butter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's mainly why, because it's shea butter. It has a butter to it. So yours, I would not. I don't know. Maybe put a little more. You're still on the flour.
This yes.
Since it's lighter, maybe put a little more turmeric than the flour. So you don't want it to be too light. But that's actually a pretty color too.
Or we could have two. I'll put some more in, or we can have two different hues of
Oh,
yellow to see how it goes. As long as it's whatever consistency that you're saying.
yeah, that works. That works. Hold on. Okay. So I'm still mixing. As you see, this is like not, it's clumpy, and this we are 1/4 in already. So I'm gonna add another. And to already I see the difference that the cornstarch is actually making my hue darker
Oh
than
wow. Okay.
the flour. These
Okay,
are
so
okay, here we go. It's perfect. Perfect. So this is a perfect consistency.
okay, so I kind of think I might need a little bit more water, maybe.
Okay. So these are cute. Let me how do I mark
So it
these?
looks like this.
Okay. That works. Is it smooth?
Yeah, if I keep whipping.
Keep whipping, girl. Okay, so we have that. So we have our, let me show you guys. Hold on, I got a garbage bag.
So now I'm gonna switch to the cornstarch one now and just add a little water and mix as you.
Yes. So this one is the flour. This one's pretty good. Nice consistency. And then this one is the cornstarch. And they're almost the same, but it's a slight difference, in my opinion. It's a slight difference. Uh-oh, I done mixed them up. Hold on. So actually this one is the cornstarch. And then this one is the flour. And the flour seems to made it just a slightly thicker as it sat there.
Now it's funny with mine. Okay, so the flour, it was able to blend. It took well to it.
Mm-hmm.
For me, my turmeric, it seems like it's almost not catching. You see how so much liquid is still there?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now I could have put a little bit more. I don't know.
So I
But
think what it is, it's the butter in it separating the oils and stuff. It's separating from the water. So you really gonna have to like get in there and swirl around, honey. Stir, stir, stir. Mash and stir at the same time.
okay, so there you go. So that's the difference. So I was thinking, every time I seen this, I never even paid no attention that it was turmeric with shea butter in it.
Mm-hmm.
But clearly that makes a difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we know. Now we know that.
Yes. Yes, the butter, the oils that are in the butter is separating from the water. Just like if you pour oil and water in a glass, they'll separate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
So I'm gonna add a little bit more cornstarch.
Okay.
To see if I could thicken it, and it just looked like a lot just really fell out.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna have to make a whole bunch and sell this.
Okay. not the shea butter, turmeric shea butter remix. Okay.
Listen,
I love
honey. This
I
one gonna be enough to sell, honey.
Okay. And that looks good though. It looks good. Keep on going with that.
Yeah, I gotta keep mixing. I'm mixing now.
So while you're mixing that, I think I'll move on to the cocoa powder because we're gonna make all our eyeshadows first.
Okay, so we're making eyeshadow out of cocoa powder too.
Yeah, so I like to have a base color when I put on my eyeshadows. I like to have a base, so it's just a nice, smoother transition in your different colors. So the cocoa will be our base for our eyeshadow along with our foundation, okay? So with this, we're gonna do, it'll go to what color tone you like. It smells so good, y'all.
They need some smell cameras now.
Right. Oh my, we almost there. Shoot, did you see the new flying car you can pre-purchase now? Like they won't be out till 2030 or something like that, but you could already, put your bid in.
I seen them where they kind of go to like boats where cars could go in the water like boats.
Oh, see, no, that's how that's how they ended up down there with the Titanic. Okay, I don't need no car that's supposed to be a boat. No, thank you. So, you guys, I'm gonna do the cocoa, and it's just the same measurement as you go. We're gonna just keep with our 1/8 because we're also not trying to be that wasteful. We don't need much of anything, so this should be good. Just one. Okay. Let's see. Just one little scoop of 1/8 of your cocoa powder.
Wait, because I'm still at my I'm still
you
mixing.
Still at your turmeric, girl.
I'm still mixing because I added too much of something, so now I gotta play. Now I gotta play chemist.
You the chemist tonight, honey.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get it. Because right now they're both looking two different colors, but I know it's because I put way more cornstarch in this one, though.
Okay.
I do know that.
So I have the cocoa. I'll slow down for you, just let you get your smash on. But I just love how our special guest is just flowing, honey. I just realized we had a guest. How precious. She said, I'm gonna be on every live, honey. Everyone.
Girl, no, she ain't.
Everyone, I'm coming. Okay, so I'm going to add for the cocoa. I'm gonna do water. For the foundation, we'll do the Pepsi as shown in the video. How you feel about that? Yeah, for the
I'm following you. I'm just trying to make sure it's all together.
Or you know what? We'll do both. Why not? So I'll do one with water and then one with, we might
Pepsi.
as well do with the Pepsi. Yeah. So let's see. I'm going with my 1/8 again. Just a little bit because this is for our eyeshadow. So we want that same smooth, nice consistency. I need a new spoon, honey. Girl,
Okay.
Chipotle would be after me for real if I did color.
You done took all they
Anyway,
things, honey.
not most wanted in Chipotle.
Okay, so I think this might be good. So this is my
That's your turmeric eye.
cornstarch one. This is my
Okay.
cornstarch. This is my cornstarch. I think
Okay.
this is good. Whenever we get ready to apply, if I need to add a little bit more, I will. So I'm gonna put this behind my other thing. So this is the cornstarch one. That one's good.
Okay.
And then this one is a little bit thicker here. This is the other one. So okay, so that's
That's
that.
fine. Because also when we put it on our makeup brush, you'll dab it in there and smooth it out on your makeup brush and then put it on so it won't be too thick.
So right now what we're making eyeshadows. These are eyeshadows. So it's turmeric, flour, cornstarch. So we did 2 separate ones. So these are going to be eyeshadows. And next we're going to do cocoa. So this is just your standard cocoa powder.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't mix it, baby, you could drink this and have you some hot chocolate. And add
seriously.
milk in your hot chocolate. Don't be adding no
we're gonna add Coke.
So you said we're gonna get 2 of these.
Yeah, but right now I'm still working on the one. I'm seeing how the water reacts to it, which is still the same thing. Like I need to keep adding a little more at a time, just so it has that smooth.
Okay, how much did you use? How much did you use for this one? Because I only got a teaspoon left now. Because my other one's got the turmeric on it.
Okay. You can still use that. Just do 1/8, just a little dip of that. Not much. Just a little dip. You don't have to nowhere near.
Like, okay, so we're gonna go for like half.
Okay, that works.
Okay.
That works.
Okay, so you have a question. So the turmeric makes color?
Yes, so that's gonna give you a nice little orangey sunset kind of hue for your eyeshadow color. Because we're gonna do brown, red, and then just like the orange. So it's just something like, what do they call that? Like a desert, like a smoky desert kind of vibe. That's what I'm going for. It's summer, so we gotta be a little caliente. So my cocoa still needs more water. As you can see, it's just clumpy. So I'm gonna add a little more water.
Okay, so I'm mixing up my cocoa and water.
Okay, I think this may be it for me.
All right. Okay, wait. So this is just cocoa and water, correct?
Yes, this is just cocoa and water. We'll leave the Pepsi for our foundation as we saw in the video. But this is for our eyeshadow, just cocoa and water. And this one is perfect. I'm happy with this. We didn't need to add any cornstarch or flour to this one. I think this will set really pretty. But if you see that you want a lighter, since you do have a lighter skin tone, if you want to make it just slightly lighter, you can add a little bit of the flour or cornstarch of whatever your choice is. You can.
Oh, but this is just eyeshadow, right?
Yeah, this is our eyeshadow. Because actually, we also have to make our, you know how you put on primer for your eyeshadow? So we actually have to make our primer too. So that's going to help all these colors just pop out instead of seeping into.
So I'll add, just for it can be different for camera time, I'm going to add a little bit of cornstarch to my cocoa for the eyeshadow.
Okay, nice. So
just a little bit. So you have a question. Would you use coloring into the turmeric to make it look different? Would you use coloring? I don't understand, or maybe I'm not reading it right. Would you use a coloring into the turmeric to make it look different? Do you
Oh,
understand?
like food coloring? I wouldn't. Like it's first of all, we want to kind of try to keep this as natural as possible. We're already using Coke and Pepsi. So the food coloring, you really don't even need it. If you want to add a different color, honey, you gotta go get your fruits and your vegetables and make it a different color. But I don't see if you just want to try it at home, like I think that would be okay. But for what we're doing, no, we're not gonna add food coloring to anything. Like we're just gonna take it at its natural color, and it's also supposed to be prison. Okay, they don't have food coloring on standby. Okay, so this is like just in its natural state. So we're just gonna mix it like that. We saved this from our lunch from earlier that day. We've been saving our lunch and breakfast all week so we can have a nice glam for the Friday night. You know, the Friday night congregation in the TV room. Okay, we
Okay,
gonna be cute.
I think this one is good. Can you see?
Yes, that's good. That's a nice consistency.
Okay, so this was just water and cornstarch and cocoa.
Yes. Okay, that works. That's
So
perfect.
am I adding, am I doing the Pepsi one as well?
No, I left it at water. I left it
Okay.
at water, so we're not putting too much Pepsi on our face. So I left it at water, and then the Pepsi can go on our foundation. So we got one more color to make. Here come these beets, honey.
Okay, so you had another question. So what about cherry or strawberries for red?
You can. That anything red, because you know red likes to stain. So anything red will be just fine. But
Okay.
also, we about to find out, honey. I haven't put anything red on my face.
Because we actually have okay, so this is the cocoa one
Mm-hmm.
for the eyeshadow. Okay. That's that. So we had beets for our red.
Yes, we
But
have beets.
that's interesting. The yeah, strawberries or cherries. That's
Mm-hmm.
another, that's an option. Um
So, so the difference in ours is Marchel'e, because she's so fabulous and she always goes the extra mile, honey. Her beets are raw beets or fresh beets, and she blended those fresh. Mine came out of a jar, the beets in water. So I did rinse them off just for my sake. I rinsed them off really well and then put them in a little bit of fresh water in my bowl, and I smashed them like that. So this is my yes, honey. She brought the whole tree. I love it. I love it. She got the whole tree, honey. That means please screenshot her. She need a screenshot of that one. Let's
uh,
go.
yeah. So here's our beets. So we had the beets. And then what I did was I put it in the blender, and then
Mm-hmm.
I added a little water per Jarusha's instruction. And I'm not going to make this big thing. I just didn't know how much we're going to use. So I'm going to take a little bit of this out and put it in a smaller one. I mean, in another container like this. So am I taking more of the liquid, or do
Yeah,
you?
just the liquid, because we don't want our makeup clumpy. So just like try to drain off the liquid from it. It should be red by now. If yours need a little more time, we can definitely move on to the add a little more water on top. I didn't see much in that, so add a little more water if you have room in
It's
your.
it's pretty red. It's pretty
Oh,
red. I'll
oh,
show
okay.
you.
Oh, honey, yes, that's a deep red. I'm here for that one. That's really pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna use my little funnel. I'm gonna use my little. Ooh, making a mess too. That's fine. I'm going to use
Yes,
my little
darling.
funnel, and I'm gonna just use one of my scoopers and
Mm-hmm.
scoop it into my funnel because I want to avoid getting as much clumpiness as possible. So I'm gonna strain it through. As if you can see that. Oh, you can. Okay. I'm gonna strain it through. for our red eyeshadow, honey. This is gonna be so cute. And then it's getting a little clogged, so I'll dump it out back into the bowl and try again. Get some more liquid out. Oh, more liquid. See, this is always the longest process, is prepping. You know, once we get into it, we're gonna be into it. Honey.
We're gonna be ready to go.
Yes. But you guys had to see it start from finish. We wasn't gonna come on here half ready. I can't stand when somebody try to show you something, but they show you the finished product. Like, excuse me, can you take me from the beginning? Like, how did you get here?
You want to see? You want to see it all.
Yeah.
So I want to know, are you all going to try this at home? You know, even if you don't try it for yourself to really do something, I think this is fun projects for like game night, or like when you have your little cousins over, or, you know, kids. I think it's just something fun to do outside of like just a regular old science project, or just a board game of Monopoly or Scrabble or something like that. Anytime you can spend a little bit more time doing something that is brand spanking new, I would definitely try it.
But also, it's like, it's fun and it's leisure, but it also makes you think, you know, like this is not just just go and do. Like, I'm actually thinking over here. I'm looking at what I'm putting in and how my textures are. It will create a conversation, and definitely hands-on for you and your babies or your friends.
You have another question. So what about seasonings?
Girl, I ain't put no seasoning on my face.
Now, why, if we can eat seasoning, so why not?
You know, okay. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I would never think to put any seasoning on my face. But what is that? It's something, I believe, black pepper with turmeric. It activates something in there. But that's more to eat. Like, I don't know. I just wouldn't put seasonings on my face. I guess it would depend on what it is, because turmeric is a seasoning. So, I mean, in essence, we're putting a seasoning on our face. But, like, I don't know. I wouldn't go grab no onion powder and be like, here we go.
Put it on there and see what it does. Interesting. Yeah, definitely good question. Interesting. Because we do eat it. So that is a question.
So, like I said in the beginning, like, even though when you eat the beets, it's good for your kidneys and your liver, but or your blood, but when you put it on your face, it's a good antioxidant and anti-inflammatory, and it gets the dead skin off your face. So it does wonder for your blood. If you eat a lot of beets, with y'all, I thought I almost was dying or something. Because it was not that time of the month for me, and I was eating beets every day in my salad, and my urine was red, and I'm like, what is happening? So you will see that difference, and it's flushing through your system and flushing out all the toxins in your system as well too. So it's good for cleansing your blood and everything. But I don't know. Like, back to the seasoning, I'm still stuck on that. I don't think
we're gonna have to do some research and leave a comment.
Yes, we'll have to. And then the next one, we'll maybe try some black pepper. Use some ground black pepper for our eyebrows. You never know. We'll try that, but I ain't trying to sneeze all over.
You said some what?
Black pepper for our eyebrows.
Girl, you put some pepper on your eyebrows so it could
and it drop in your eye. It's over.
Girl, I ain't got time for that.
Okay. So I think for the eyeshadow for this one, I think I want to use the cornstarch, since the cornstarch is actually used for thickening. I want to kind of use the cornstarch for this one, but just a real light half of the 1/8. Where are you with everything? Are you on track?
I'm with you. We're here now, right?
Okay, we're good. Yeah, we're at the beets. So I just dabbed
you just said the corn. You said cornstarch, right?
Just a little bit of the cornstarch. You can actually just pinch it with your fingers, Marchel'e. Just pick up a pinch. So I'm gonna dump it in here, as you see, and then I'm gonna give that a good stir.
I think I need 2 pinches.
Yeah, me too.
I might need 3
Oh, 3
pinches.
pinches?
I don't know. I got a lot of bee juice in here.
Okay, so I just went ahead and put 1 full 1/8 cup in here.
Okay. I only got a half and a tablespoon clean. Otherwise, I'm gonna be up cleaning something in a minute.
So, what I'm noticing is not making it thick. It's not making mine thick. So I think I want to try one with the flour and see if it makes a difference.
Okay. So mine, it just changed the color. So mine is now like a nice fuchsia.
Mm-hmm. That mine did too. It's nice and light, but
Yeah.
it still has a strong pigmentation to it, but it's not as dark as it is in the bowl. So I'm gonna try. What am I doing? I'm gonna try it with the flour instead of the cornstarch to see if that makes a difference to how it gets thick.
Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit more cornstarch to mine.
Okay.
You see if you just need a little more sauce. Now, if we was making gravy, it'd be thick.
Yeah, this will be right on time. This makes me want to go cook something. No, I want some.
So mine is still a little runny.
Okay, with the cornstarch.
Yeah, I'm gonna just do one more test to see if it's getting thicker, and I just can't see it.
Okay, so I'm gonna try it with the flour. As you can see, I just put my same little in here, and I'm gonna grab a little bit of flour. I'm gonna do 1/4 for the flour. Just get a nice little spoon and see what that does.
Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, so it is not thickening.
It's not. And it looks like I'm having that same issue with the flour.
Now tell me, what is in beet juice that makes it not grab whatever components or properties that's in flour or cornstarch? That's interesting.
Girl, we are going to have to research this afterwards. This is now a full science class in effect, okay? This is how you know beauty and science.
It definitely is. We're definitely some chemists today. But yeah, I definitely like this fuchsia too.
Like look at my it's actually separating. So this is the one with the cornstarch, and when I had it just sitting there, you could see it separated. So I had to switch it around, and then it blended again. So it's not. And then here's the one with the flour. It's the same. It's not getting any thicker.
Well, the color would still pick up, but how would it stick to our skin to show if it's so runny?
So that's where I'm hoping our cornstarch, our primer, will pick it up. And we'll just have to keep adding layers, just how you would with regular eyeshadow. You go over it a few times to really bring out that pigmentation. But so that's what I'm hoping will happen here, because they're both runny. And at this point,
even with the flour in it, okay.
Even with the flour, so it's just whatever we choose to go with.
Okay, guys. So just do a small little recap. So we now have fuchsia eyeshadow. This is cornstarch and beet juice. We have.
I'm a mess.
We have cocoa, and I added, I believe, water to this. And that's all this is cocoa, and this is cocoa and water here. This one. We also have our turmeric and flour for me in this one. So this one is good pasty, and I didn't know my turmeric has some shea butter in it, so that's what this one is.
Yes.
And we have our this one. No, that one's the flour. This one is the cornstarch.
Yeah, this one is the cornstarch for me, and it's definitely got thick on me.
Yeah, it is. It is thicker on my end, but my thickness is at the bottom.
Okay.
It's like it's not sitting at the top. This is interesting to see how these chemical, well, food, whatever it is, how it blends or it
The
doesn't
properties in
blend.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. This isn't. I've never, ever, ever in my life thought to sit down and do anything like this. So this is actually, I may be a little taken back because I'm paying attention. Like, wow, the differences and all this stuff. And now I need to go to a makeup lab and be like, well, what do you guys use? Because they do use some natural properties and stuff like different fruits and stuff, but it's those chemicals.
Girl, it's the
Chemicals.
chemical. So now you see, so now we'll be a little less harsh on them. Now you see you really need it
Need it.
in order to make the products stick together.
Yeah, because this
You
is
kind of like
not.
you really need it.
Yeah, you see. Oh, I'm mad I had to pick it up. But this is the cornstarch. And then this is the flour. So it's still good. Both of them are still good. So lastly of our mix, we're gonna do, let me get the beets out the way, honey. We're gonna make our primer. So I think we'll make the primer with the flour. I'm thinking the flour because let me see. Let's do both because we don't know how stuff is acting in these days. So let's do both. I'll just take a half a teaspoon of flour and mix it in my little cup here for my primer. Let me get a new spoon. I got these for days, y'all. So let me do that, and I'm gonna mix it with water. So this is where we're gonna do our water. We could just use our spoon that we're mixing with. Just put a little bit of water.
Wait, where are we? I missed it. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're doing our primer for our eyeshadow.
Okay, so I need another mixing thing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Primer. So this is dark primer, just like with any other with your real makeup. Your primer helps it's like your base, so your colors can really pop out. Because if you don't put on primer, a lot of the pigments just like seep into the skin, and you really don't get that true brightness of that color. So, or that pigment of that color. So, when you have a white base, it really helps pop out those colors, especially for women of color. You really need primer if you really want to see those colors and what they really can look like. So I just have that. I put a little bit of flour, and I'm gonna try just a spoon. So what is this? This is like a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon.
Okay, so we're at flour and cocoa for primer.
No, we're just at flour and water.
Flour and water. Okay.
So I like how this consistency is. And I think I also want to try the cornstarch just to see if it gives me a more tacky consistency, because you do want your primer to be a little tacky so it sticks on. So it sticks to your skin, and then the colors actually stick to that. So we're actually, once we get our primer mixed up, we'll put our primer on so it has time to set and dry a little bit. And while we do that, we can mix our foundation, and then our foundation will be ready to go after we do our eyeshadow. So we'll do our foundation, and we can even make our concealer. Do you want to do concealer as well?
It's fine. I'm sitting in the same chair. I hope it's with the same ingredients we got right here.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so this is what my light is so bright right here. Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
It's so bright. I don't know if you can see it, but you said make it tacky. So it is
tacky, but like glue. You see this consistency is still like glue, but it has that.
So maybe I need more water.
Yeah, just a little bit. So I'm also going to try some with the cornstarch. That one was with flour. Now I'm going to try it with the cornstarch to see if I like the difference in tackiness.
So what we're finding out is
it makes a difference.
It's different. Yes, different ingredients. They definitely mix differently. That's very interesting.
I never knew we were gonna have a whole science lesson today. Like I thought it would be just a smooth, just it's gonna blend well and that be that. No, it's actually a method to this. So we gonna have to tag that girl on TikTok. Like, girl, you really sat down and thought about this because this wasn't no on a whim, okay? Because you had to really put this together and make sure it
Girl,
worked.
they ain't got nothing but time. Okay.
Okay. Well, was she in prison? We need to find that out for real. If she was in prison or if that was just a gig.
I don't know, because I wouldn't lie and say I did 17 years and didn't do it. So, okay,
Well,
I think this one is. Hmm,
No, go ahead.
is this one good?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I kind of have the same consistency here. I may add um, a little more of the cornstarch and water, actually, just so I have more of it.
Okay,
So,
so that one was my flour. That one was my flour one.
okay.
Um,
Yeah, this one is good. I need to add a little more water. So I'll just do not even half. Hold on, let me find a different measurement here. I'll go to my 1/4 spoon and just add a little more water because it doesn't need much. It's just a little bit.
I want to know how your spoons aren't dirty, because mine's are.
Well, I keep getting new spoons. You just talked about me taking all of them.
Oh yeah, because you had all your things.
Yeah, I just got new spoons.
Okay, so now I'm gonna mix the cornstarch.
And just so you guys know, we don't have it here, but if you ever do one of those clay masks and you're mixing the clay powder with the apple cider vinegar or water, whatever it is, you have to use plastic spoons because the metal spoons will actually change the properties, chemical properties in the clay, and it'll have like a negative effect on your skin for some reason. You'll actually, when I've done it before, and I saw the clay turn colors, it turned from a dark gray to like this yellowish kind of gray, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to use that anymore. So I need to look more into that on why that happened. But I know it happened, and I know I'm not using a metal spoon anymore when mixing certain things. So it's actually good that we have our plastic spoons because we don't know the different properties in these, even though it's natural stuff here. As you see, everything, even if it's natural, it doesn't always mix well. So just in case, we have our plastic spoons.
Oh no, that's right, honey. Well, let me get some. Let me get some more plastic because I see I'm just mixing and mixing.
Okay, I'm gonna add a little more cornstarch to my mixture, just so it has a nice, good thickness to it. Let me see. Yeah, yeah. This is like glue-like now. It's really nice. It's like thick and gluey. Let me show you. You see that? This is actually really cool, guys. I love it. So we got that all mixed up and it's getting thicker. So as it sits here, this will be, let me see how it, okay. Let's see here. Yeah, it's real tacky. It's real tacky. As you see, I tried it on my hand. It's tacky. This would actually be interesting. It makes me want to add more water to it. Let me see how the flour sits on the skin. So this is the flour set. What I'm doing now, I'm testing how they sit on the skin.
Mm-hmm.
So the flour seems to, the flour seems to be smoother, but it also crumbles a little bit. It doesn't stay in place. Now this is the cornstarch one, and this got white and tacky. So I think we're gonna use the cornstarch, and with our brush, it should go on a little smoother. It shouldn't be. But
Okay.
it is thick, honey. It is thick. So I don't know.
I was about to say mine's sticking together or something.
Yeah, it is a little thick. So I think I'm gonna add just a tinge more water because it's still runny. I don't want to use the flour, so we're gonna throw the flour one away. That's not gonna work for us. We're going to go with the cornstarch one, even though it has this nice runny consistency, as you see. Hold on. As you see, it's runny, but this is how it sat on my skin. So we're going to add a little bit of water to it just to see if that will break it up some. And as you see, don't wear nothing cute trying to do this either. I am a hot mess. I'm okay with it though. I add a 1/4 teaspoon of water to it just to loosen it up a little more. And that should be
So
better.
should mine be thicker?
No, that's perfect. That's perfect. Because as I showed you, it dries. It dries kind of
Oh,
thick.
okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, it has to dry.
That's the cornstarch, correct? For you?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the flour one did look good, but you said we're not using this one, so I'm gonna put this one to the side.
Because this is how it looks dry. It just looked like wet flour, like wet dough. It's not giving any like tackiness. So let me see. Let me see how this one looks on. I think we're gonna go with the cornstarch, and we're gonna put that on and let it dry as we're doing our foundation, mixing our foundation, and then we'll be ready to go.
Okay. Well, it was smart to get everything prepared first, so that was good.
Yeah, because who want to stop and start? You know, once I'm in the flow of my makeup, I like to flow. So we're gonna do that. Now, as I can see, guys, it will be a little. It won't be as smooth as our foundation, as our regular makeup will look, but that's the whole point of this, okay? Now we see why the chemicals are in there, as you said, Marchel'e, because it doesn't matter what we do. I'm seeing it still drying the same way.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna put a little more. I'm gonna put a little more and see how that sets. So this is it on my hand. Let's see how that sets. But it sets pretty well. Okay.
Girl, look at you. You look like you've been baking in the kitchen.
Girl, okay.
Okay, so this.
My man gonna come home and I'm gonna be like,
gotcha. My flour looking good. Let me try. I just want to put it on my hand too, because I just want to see how it dries.
Let me see if I need to make mine thicker. Now, you don't want to like do that, because then you're gonna clump it, right? So you want to leave it. Maybe you need to add a little more water. Yours need to be a little more thinner, because we need to put like layers of it so it'll have a nice as smooth as possible as we can get this.
Okay.
Just a little more water. And I'm excited. I'm so thirsty to get to this foundation, y'all.
I know, right? So we have clean faces, right? Nothing's on it.
Yes. Nothing's on it. I almost put on primer on my face, like the actual. I was like, well, they ain't got primer in jail. I'm about to see how this look like for real, just as we are. Okay. How are you staying so clean? How are you staying so clean?
I don't know what you over there doing. I mean,
I'm just all over the place.
Okay, so this is what this is looking like now.
Yeah, add a little more water to yours as you mix it, and then when we put it on with our brushes, we'll dab our brush in it and drip it off the side. And
you said we weren't using it. I just wanted to put it on and let it dry.
That's the flour?
This is flour.
Oh yeah, you see that? Yeah, it's so clumpy, right?
Yeah, so I'm just putting that one to the side.
You see how that dried on smoother than that?
Okay, so this is the cornstarch one here. Okay, we had a question. What made you guys decide to do a YouTube show about makeup? How much of a price difference is the makeup you guys use on the last show and the price for the fresh food items today? Girl.
Oh, okay. Well, we both saw the video on TikTok, so we goofy anyway. Like, yes, let's try that because it looked funny and interesting. But girl, what you mean? What's the price difference? We talking about $5-6 versus $200-300.
Literally, okay.
And it cannot compare. You cannot compete where you don't compare, honey. Like it's two different worlds right now.
Right.
I
It's
wish I
like,
can
okay,
do this.
use the exact. Okay, it's like if you have a juicer at home and you press your own juice, you can probably get 20 ounces from like a bunch of carrots, 4 or 5 carrots or something. But if you go buy pressed juice, you're gonna spend almost $6 for a small little bottle of it. So just
But
put your mind in that frame.
But you know what? What I learned
Let
from
me see it.
juicing, it takes so much more than what you think to get like a good full half gallon or even a quart of juice. Like it takes so much. So you'll spend, especially with celery, you'll think you'll get
No, I
a
think.
whole jar
Oh, okay.
full, but really you'll just have like
Just
not even
okay.
just half a cup. So it does,
Mm-hmm.
even with juicing, it takes a lot of produce. And so sometimes when I juice, I was like, okay, I understand why they charge $6 for just a bottle. You use so much just to get like a little bit. So it's all, but it's worth it.
Yeah, I think everything just costs at this point, so you might as well just get used to spending your money
Yeah.
because you're just gonna spend. And businesses, they're gonna, I don't know if it's even get over. They just gonna, it take a lot. You see how long this is? I thought the show was gonna be an hour. It's 1:11, hour and 11 minutes, and I ain't even got nothing on my face.
Nothing, okay? And sometimes it be like that in real life. I'll be sitting here prepping and glamming my face up, and I'm like, shoot, I'm an hour and a half in, and I still got to put on my highlighter. So
You're right. I'm
it be
trying to
like that.
see how this gonna work because okay,
But
because it definitely is like glue.
yeah,
Like it's
so
literally sticking at the bottom.
yeah, it is. Mine is too. I thought I was tripping. I was like, I don't have that much in here, but it feels like
But it
it's
is.
thick at the bottom. But it should be okay. It should be okay. What we're gonna do is it thick? Like you could make a. Let me see your consistency. No, that's okay. Because when you put it on with our brushes, it's gonna be thinner. Thinner applications. So I think we should go ahead and do that now. Put that on so it can set and dry, and then we'll make our foundation, and then we'll get rolling. Because your turmeric, you're gonna use your same turmeric because that took too much for you to mix. You're
Which
gonna
one?
use.
Which one? The one with the flour we're gonna use?
Oh, let me see the differences in yours again. Because for
So
your
this one is flour.
mhm.
And then remember I had just put too much in it. That's only why it's so much more. And then this one is the other.
Okay, we're gonna kind of use that one for your concealer, and then if the foundation, we'll
Here,
blend
the
it out.
bottom.
This one is broken.
We'll blend it out a little bit. So
I
yeah, let's go
thought
ahead and find
yesterday.
whatever makeup brush we're gonna use. I'm gonna use just something kind of with a. Yeah, don't you like how that sits
I
on
like
better?
how this one's dry. So this one is the cornstarch.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is the flour. Okay,
Yeah.
so now we know. All right, so listen, baby. Instead of going to buy primer, I'm gonna be going to buy about the $2 cornstarch
So
and priming my face.
So, do you know for the oily girls, if you have oily skin, to help keep your makeup a little more mattified, you can use milk and magnesia. You can use a little bit of that and put that on your face as well. And that will help like dry out your face and put your foundation on over that. So then you won't get so much oil seeping through your foundation and moving your makeup around. So that's just a
Oh,
little makeup tip.
that's a nice little tip.
Hmm. Okay. So we're gonna put on our gonna grab my little mirror here.
Okay, so we're putting this. This is cornstarch again. This is just cornstarch and water. This is our primer, and we're gonna put this
Primer.
all over our face. I hope do this look like enough for my face, or should I
No,
mix a
you're not
little?
putting that all over your face. We're just putting it on our eyelids.
Oh, okay, okay. So
Girl,
which brush are you using?
I'm using just any old brush, but just something that can have a little flat sides to it that you can press down. None of the fluffy, just yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
Just
so this
something.
is just a standard little eyeshadow brush.
All right, so I'm gonna dip it in here. As you see, it's wet, saturated. Just let it scoop some off on the side, and then we're gonna press it into our eye.
Okay,
Gonna
press
press
into
it in, just like regular eyeshadow. Just press it in all over. And like I said, because of what it is, we're gonna do it a couple times to build up that color, that white base. So I'm going in for my second white base. And now you're starting to see it come through. And you don't want to, once you see it like tacking on, just smooth it a little bit, but you don't want to keep at it so it doesn't clump up. So just a nice white base, because it will get whiter as it dries, as we see. So I'm gonna go one more time and I think I'll be okay. So always just dab it off, and this is good.
Okay, are you doing your whole entire eyelid up to your eyebrow?
I'm leaving just a little bit of space clear, but just about, just like half an inch.
Okay, I feel like I need a mirror.
You want to do some dabbing and smoothing because you want it to be as smooth as possible.
Dab.
And I went through so much trouble getting this camera the other way. I may just stand up closer to the camera so I don't X myself out of here. So as you see, I'm doing. This is actually cute. I took a picture like this one time. I need to recreate that. Okay. As you see, I'm smoothing and dabbing so it can go on as smooth as possible. We don't want any clumps if we can help it. And it is runny, so make sure you're catching those runs so we're not blinding ourselves. Because I don't know what happens when you get cornstarch in your eye, okay? All right.
Okay.
So I like how this application looks. Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye. Same thing, dip in our makeup, in our primer. I'm gonna call everything what it is now, okay? So this is our eyeshadow primer. We're gonna dip it in.
Extra.
It's our eyeshadow primer. Dip it in, honey, and we're gonna build that up. And make sure we're dabbing and smoothing while it's wet. Let me see what yours is looking like. Yeah, dab and smooth. Want to prevent any clumps if possible. Smooth it out. But we're dabbing and smoothing at the same time. It's a dab and swipe. And we're going to take it up maybe half an inch to half an inch below our eyebrow.
Okay, I'm about to get my mirror. Okay, hold on.
Okay. So I'm going to keep doing that. As you see, it's drying on this eye. As you see, it's not as light as I would want it, a fuller coverage. So I'm going to go in one more time on this eye too once I finish this one. So go in again. Dab and smooth, dab and smooth. Whoop. Dab and smooth, y'all. Yeah, you want to smooth that out. And Marchel'e, if you see that it's too thick, you can dip your brush in some water and smooth it out like that. And I can't hear you if you said something. Dab and smooth, y'all. As I said, you see this one getting a little, I may leave that. Let me keep at this one. I'm putting on my third coat on this left eye.
Dab and smooth. Okay.
Dab and smooth, honey.
So now I got a mirror. I might could do it a little different. Now it's all falling on my skirt. Okay.
Yeah, so you want to get some water and dip your brush in that so it can smooth out a little more.
More water. Put water in here?
No, dip your brush in water. Or pour water on your brush just so you could have a little smoother.
Another, okay.
I'm going to apply more in this corner.
Oh.
This is going to be so cute. Clumps and all.
Clumps and all? Okay, Professor Clump. Okay, dab and smooth. Dab and smooth.
Just like
bend and snap.
Yeah, dab and smooth.
Bend and snap.
Okay. Gonna do it. All right. And it will dry a little clumpy, as you can see, but not too much, you know, because once we put our others on, we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. Let me not even act like I know what's going to happen. We're going to try to smooth it out as much as possible.
I just don't want it like too wet, I guess.
It won't be because even mine is dried. It's dried and I put it on pretty wet.
Okay, now my little wet brush taking it off for this one.
Is it? Okay, dip it back in your solution, in your primer.
Let me See, it's weird. This is really like glue now.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Is it too clumpy?
No, it's just at the bottom, but it is a little clumpy, but
just try to smooth it out.
It's part of the process. It's the process, right?
It's the process. Because mine is getting that ashy like crumble look to it, which is that's what it's gonna be because it is cornstarch.
We'll start something new. Start something new. Have that
okay
3D eyeshadow.
Yeah, right. Like it's coming for you. It's gonna be the snake skin eyeshadow.
Right. Start a new trend, honey.
Okay, so on this eye, I prefer a little more whiteness, so I'm gonna go back in and dab and smooth. Dab and smooth. Is it dark over there yet?
Got a lot of change.
Like, is it dark outside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so how does mine look?
It looks good. You could go a little higher on the other eye.
This one?
On the other one. Your left one.
Okay.
I think I've seen that mirror for that thing.
Your other left. No.
I know, right?
Okay. So I'm dabbing and smoothing. As it dries, I see where I want to add a little more coverage. So that's what I'm doing. I'm watching it dry and adding a little more coverage where I feel like I would need it. More so, we want to put most of our concealer towards the inner of our eyelid in the middle because that's where our lighter colors are going to be. The brown is going to be more so on the outside, on our edges. So we really want to pick up the color in the front, in the inner corners of our eyelids and the middle.
You know what's so funny? I kind of like how this dried completely now, the flower.
Oh, really? But you know, the thing is, putting on something on top of that, I was afraid of the crumble.
Yeah, I think it will because it's kind of
like pasty, right? Like it has this crumble.
Yeah. Yeah,
like
it comes off.
At least this one, it dries. Even when I wipe it off, it still has a white dust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then that's the cornstarch.
Okay.
All right. This is what it's going to be. I'm going to put a little bit right here. And then that's going to be that.
Okay. This is good.
Ooh, you know what our next one got to be? We should do facials on our men.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah. We should do some facials on the guys. Good luck. Like, we both need good luck.
Like, okay.
Mine will be.
Look, they don't be part of these shenanigans, okay? This just be some shit we be wanting to do.
Mine will get off and walk off in the middle. Like, we've been doing this an hour and a half. I gotta go. I ain't even gonna set myself up like that. Okay.
Like, it sounds good.
Right.
Okay, so what now? That looks all right?
That looks like how we gonna look. Because I got the same thing going on as you see mine. Okay. So now let's mix our foundation. I'm excited. This is my favorite part. I was looking forward to this.
Okay.
All right. Foundation. We got our cocoa. I'm in love with the cocoa. Girl, because if we went to the store like this, they'd be like, what kind of trap house you just come out of? Oh,
right. God. I'm just looking at all this stuff I'm going to have to pick up.
Okay. All right. Cocoa powder. We're going to need a lot more cocoa than we did for all the rest of the stuff. So I got like one tablespoon.
Okay, because we're doing
the foundation.
Okay.
So this is where you and I will kind of separate, right? Because you have to bring yours to your pigment and I have to do mine to mine. So like our measurements are going to be completely different. So you can still start with a tablespoon, but the rest of our ingredients I think will be a lot different. So
okay, I should have poured this on something else. Okay, so for foundation, again, we have a new container. We have our cocoa that we will blend to our shade, whatever color your face is. And we're going to add Pepsi. So I'm going to add my Pepsi in this little red cup. No, it ain't no drink in it. I'm just going to put it in there so I don't have to keep picking this thing up.
Okay. Unsweetened cocoa is not that good.
Okay, I want to know, why did you even just taste it?
I mean, Letitia kept saying, well, can we eat it? Can we eat well? I finally just said, shoot, I'm a little hungry. Let me eat some cocoa.
Let me try that. Okay.
Okay.
So I ain't wasting all my good Pepsi. So I'm gonna put a little Pepsi. So I got a little Pepsi in here. I don't know if y'all can see where my camera is.
Yeah.
Okay. And the cocoa. Pepsi, cocoa, and then we're mixing up. Letitia said, eat it. You can eat it, girl.
All right, my Pepsi looks like it want to explode on me. Hold on.
Okay, Letitia said, I'm loving the results so far. I might have to start wearing makeup more often besides lipstick. Yeah.
A little lipstick. Look, and if you're new to makeup, right, this is what I do. When I want to do my naked looks, I put lipstick on, a little blush on my cheeks just to give my face that dimension, and some mascara, and you are good to go. Like, you do not have to do a full face to just highlight your features and different things on your face. So a little blush on your cheeks. I like to put some right here to chisel my jaw and on my forehead, just to give you those like natural like dimensions in your hues. And then that's that. Like, let that be that. So many times you would have thought I had on a full face of makeup. And now, if you remember from the baby shower, I did not have on a full face of makeup. I just had on eyeshadow and my mascara, and I put a little blush on my cheeks and around my chin and on my forehead, and that was that, honey. Else you would have saw me melting.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
All right, so I'm gonna keep trying to open my Pepsi because I dropped it. Oh, let me see. I am looking for the results for. Oh, that's the same comment. Yes, I'm liking it too. I'm interested to see what we do with these colors, honey. So I'm gonna try to open this Pepsi here because I did drop it. I dropped it, so it's just a slow burn. Because what I'm not trying to do is pick up a room full of Pepsi, clean that up. Okay, so we're just gonna open slowly. I am like so tempted to drink some. Might as well. Let's bless the bottle. Is that what they say? Let's have a sip. It's good enough for our face. I'm gonna put just a 1/8. I'll probably need a third. So I'm gonna fill it up to a third, just to prevent the bubbles. You want to lean it sideways, just as you do with a beer. I'm at a half. I'm gonna put a third. Okay. And I'll wait for Marchel'e to get back to get to mixing, honey. But right now I got my third of Pepsi. And I think you know what I'll do, guys? I will make one more just to see if it's a difference with the Coke. Because I do have Coke as well.
I think they do use different. I think they probably use different ingredients and stuff too. So I bet you it is a little bit different.
Oh yeah. So let me see. This is our Pepsi and Coke war.
Okay, so this is my. Okay, so I'm just starting. So this is my cocoa. I don't really know how much to put, so I'm just putting a little bit in there, and then this is the Pepsi.
Get you a nice spoon. Get you a good spoon in there. Put maybe a little more because you want to. That's our foundation.
More of the hot chocolate?
Yeah.
I mean the cocoa.
That's what it's gonna be. Okay. So that's my Pepsi. Oh, this is my Coke. I'm gonna just fill up one of my clear things with Coke. I don't have another thing. Okay. So this one I'll sit to the side. Let's start with our Pepsi. Sit this right here. Let's get some new spoons. Maybe with this, you can use a spoon or a fork. You want me to put some salt and pepper in there, Letitia? It just flew out. You want some salt and pepper in here? Let's see what it do. I'm gonna use my spoon, or I may use my fork. I don't know. I'll use the spoon to see how it goes.
What kind of consistency would you like this at?
Just very smooth how your foundation is in the bottle.
Now, how did she say, how do you change the color?
That's where our flour comes in at.
Oh, flour. Okay.
Yeah. Because didn't she use flour? I think we were being extra with cornstarch.
Okay.
I think she put a little flour.
Okay, so this is just cocoa and Pepsi. Oh, and I was supposed to add. Wait, am I doing this right?
Yeah. The flour is what's gonna lighten it up to your pigment.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm like, the flour came in somewhere because she didn't do a full eyeshadow and stuff. That was.
Hi, Marchel'e. I just got home and didn't want to miss too much of this. What a beautiful mom you become. Thank you.
Isn't she lovely?
Listen, you talking about multitasking. I mean, I always thought I could multitask, but baby, listen, she do not let me put her down.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely need more because that was just like one. I don't know what that was, honey. Let me just add it.
And it ain't lightning, and she might end up needing me in a second. I allocated an hour and a half, so.
All right, it's a little foamy. We're gonna get this time. Let's stir it. This was our Pepsi. Now, just for giggles, is it Letitia that's on it or Lanisha?
They both are.
Oh, well, ladies, it's twin sister. All right. I'm gonna try it to see how cocoa tastes. We might as well go all the way with this. So this is the cocoa and Pepsi. I'm gonna tell you what it tastes like. Marchel'e, you gonna taste yours?
You gonna tell me what it tastes like?
Very bitter.
You know what? I think we did this because I believe the Pepsi added pigment as well. I think it was supposed to be like a little bit of Pepsi too.
Did we do too much Pepsi? Is what you're
I
saying?
think.
Well, that's what we is trial and error, honey. So
Oh, my color look all right.
right, that you let me see your color. Well, you're putting it over the white. Take it off the. Put it on your actual, just your
Well,
skin.
shit. If I just put it on my skin, then it's really gonna.
Oh, that's pretty. Not, honey, Kylie Jenner, who we. That's
Bitch,
pretty.
I'm gonna be wearing Pepsi and flour out.
Okay, let me see what it looked like on me. Let me see what mine looked like. Hold on. Let me put a little bit on my brush. I dabbed a little bit.
Yeah, it does look all right.
Yeah, mine too. I don't think I need to add no flour.
No, I think I'm gonna stick with my shade right here. I'm gonna stick to this.
Yeah, and it's sticking really nicely. I like this.
I'm gonna stick beside them.
All right, listen, okay. I like this. So let it settle a little bit because I got a lot of bubbles in mine. I don't know what you got going on.
I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna show the baby. It depends. I don't think so. Not tonight. Maybe another time.
Go ahead. I'm like, she like Blue Ivy. She only come out for one song and
only once in a while when I put her on something cute and it's her show. No. And I don't want to become one of them people that everything is like baby, or put it there. But I get it. She also knew. So, next time, go to my Facebook. You'll see her on there. But I ain't even going to put her on social media that much either. So,
right. Now we going to make her own Instagram, honey.
Nah, we ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. And I don't think I want to be one of them, what's it called?
Stage moms.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do that either.
She gonna have a stage auntie, okay? I'm like, we're going tumbling. So cute. Okay, so I think we all mixed up. I'm gonna mix it with the Coke just for the heck of it, just to see if it made a difference. Here's a little bit of Coke, and it is bitter, but I have unsweetened cocoa, so yours may have been sweeter because it's the packet. I have the unsweetened cocoa. Let's see if it makes a difference.
It's looking good. It's different. It's interesting. My whole little counter got a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Girl, I'm telling you, I'm a mess over here, okay? Now, whichever twin asked, you could also, I use coffee on my face because that's a good, it tightens the skin and just refreshes your face. I'll use coffee in the shower too, like for your skin. You can mix coffee with aloe and aloe go in everything, honey.
Oh, wow, that's different.
Yeah. Try it. Just get some coffee. Now look at the colors. Hold on. It did make a difference here. Hold on.
Might pop on, not sure.
Hold on. Let me show y'all. The difference I got popping. Let me stir this one a little more and then I'll show you. Oh. It's a difference. This is Coke. This is Pepsi.
So talk us through it because we can't really see it on camera.
Okay.
So what does it really look like?
So the Coke made it a nice thicker consistency, and I put just about the same in there.
I'm still right here too.
It's a nice thicker consistency in the Coke. So you see that? And the color is like more dewy. It has a more dewy tone to it than the Pepsi. As you see, the Pepsi, let me grab a new fork. The Pepsi is a little more matte looking and just a little It's a little more matte looking. Can you guys see that? It's a little more matte. But this Coke, honey, it's doing it for me. It has a dewiness to it. It has a red tone to bring out the golds and the red in my skin. So I think I'm going to use the Coke over the Pepsi.
Okay, you're going to use the Coke over the Pepsi. Okay,
yeah.
Coke over the Pepsi.
And we just going to finish this as a shot.
Girl, if you quit eating and drinking that stuff,
it's Coke.
Girl, so it's an art project. It's a science project at this point. No.
It's edible.
No.
Okay. All right, guys. So here we go. I'm going to use Coke. You're going to use Pepsi. This is going to be a vibe. I like this one. It has, I don't know if you heard me, Marchel'e. This one has like a more dewier tone to it and thickness. I like that color better.
Okay.
All right. So that's that. Not that it matters, but let me put down a new paper towel, honey. And then let's do our eyeshadow.
Okay. So we were starting with the brown first, right?
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Or the foundation first.
No, we're going to do our eyeshadow first. But I'm trying to think of how I want to put it on. What would be easier for what we got going on? I think we should put on our yellow, so our turmeric color first, and put that in the middle, and then we could blend in our red and everything else around it.
Okay.
So, just because. So we're gonna dip in here. Dip our turmeric and swipe it off. Because as you see, turmeric stains anyway, so you don't.
It sure does. Okay, I think I'm gonna use that one.
Now, did your turmeric get thick? Mine got a little thick, so what I'm gonna do is just add a dab of water.
No, I think mine is still good for what I need to do.
Just a dab of water in mine. Okay, just to loosen it up. Just a dab. Just a dab. And just a little more. Just a little more. Because it did get thick on me as it sat here. So that's what
I'm using my turmeric that I made the flour with.
Okay.
That's the one I'm using.
Yeah, this one is the one I made the flour with. This one is the that's the spoon in the cornstarch. Okay. So that's that. I'm going to just dip it in here, wipe off my brush, and let's apply. Just you want to stick right in the middle here.
Okay, so saw your IG story just a few moments ago. Curious to see what you'll be doing with the beads. So the beads, we added water, and this is going to be our eyeshadow. This is going to be eyeshadow. So it added to be a nice fuchsia color.
So
okay.
As you see mine, this was my first layer. I'm going to build it up.
That looks good. I can see it from here.
I'm happy. Okay, let's build it up a little more.
And you said you just put that in the center, correct?
Yes, just in the center, because we're gonna have our other colors. Everywhere has its own place, and then you just blend them together lightly. So that dried a little bit. I'm gonna go over to my other eye and add it in, just in the center. You want to go up
yes, girl, I can see that. That looks good.
I know, right? Oh, thank you. I'm feeling it. What you looking like? Let me see.
I ain't started yet. You know, I told you got the multitasking thing going. So I'm right behind you, though. Right behind you.
Okay, so I'm just gonna keep dabbing, and I'm gonna let this one set a little bit, and I'm gonna go back over to this eye and build it up. So I'm gonna sit down, build it up for a second, and I'm gonna come back up close.
And that's the technique too, with applying makeup as well. So it's no different. We're just using different products, so to speak.
And be careful. Don't let anything drip in your eye. As you see, like I've got a little drippage going on. So I'm gonna catch that so I don't end up blind, okay?
Yes, we don't know what turmeric does in the eye. Now, can you see mine? Oh, you can't see it.
Yeah, I can. Now you just need to do your layer.
Can you bring a couple slices?
All right, I'm gonna let that dry some. Ba-ba-ba-da. This is really cute. So you definitely want to leave some whiteness free so your red can pick up too. So I'm going back in with my turmeric. Gonna put another layer. So you want to dab and swipe, but not too much. It's just a slight swish.
We're not making lashes. We bought lashes.
Girl, okay. Well, I was like, I'm not about to say it. I was gonna take out one of my braids because was it supposed to be her cutting somebody's hair off?
Oh Lord, yeah, that same girl Paige. She made lashes too.
So I'm going back to my other eye to build up that color. Cute. Dab it up. Now we want to focus on smoothing. If it's drying a little clumpy, you want to just work on smoothing it. Just ever so lightly. You want to be gentle on the hand.
Are you smoothing all across the eye, or are you only smoothing
just in that section?
The yellow.
Yep. And if you need to wipe your brush off as you go, do that, and then just smooth. And don't be using y'all good brushes, okay? Don't you go to Dollar Tree? Don't use your good brushes because I already see this brush is a goner, okay?
Girl, that turmeric, girl, that it just don't come out or nothing. No. It seemed like
that and palm oil. I know you haven't probably had palm oil before, but that and palm oil, honey. I'm so surprised. As we told y'all, we did not know what this was gonna look like. This is our first time too, so this is actually surprising and interesting.
Yeah, you can actually see it.
Girl, let me find
now
out.
Don't come up close. Now this is just like one of those when they be showing all them beauty hacks and yes. them fashion hacks, and they look cute on them pictures, and it be yes. a mess in real life. Don't be fooled. No.
Right.
A whole ass mess. You turn some pants into a shirt and you look a mess. But I will say, years and years and years ago, I had this scarf that had 2 holes on the end. It was like some, I don't know what the material was, but it looked like feathers. I did wear it as a dress one time going out though.
Girl, I'm a queen for turning a shirt into a dress. Or a pair of pants into a headscarf. You know,
yeah. I can see a headscarf. That seemed like that would be real easy to do.
Yeah, just grab you a shirt or a pair of pants, put your head in the hole, and start rapping, honey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for this. Okay, I'm ready to move on to another color.
Okay, I think the yellow is good because we could always go back, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, mine ain't so even now that I'm looking at it straight. My eyes look a little crazy, but I just wanted to see how it's picking up. So it's picking up okay.
Okay, it is because I can see it, and you do have a lot of light on you. So even with that, I can see it.
I know I got this light. Then I done put this little mirror light.
So this is what I'm interested in seeing how it works. Oh, hold on.
Okay, we're moving to the beat. We're moving to the fuchsia eyeshadow. That's on your eye?
Yeah. Don't get the turmeric in your eyes, y'all.
Please don't.
Okay. All right. Let's try the red, our fuchsia, our beet. Let's see.
I might try to pick it up at the bottom because it's a little thicker at the bottom for me.
Okay. Now, Yeah. That's why I said it would be important to really have some your primer.
Now,
'Cause
do you have on another do you use another brush?
yes, I did switch my brushes.
I only have a fluffy one.
You can use as much as flat ones as possible for this,
I just brought one down of each, but I'm just gonna wipe this one off.
which is fine.
So mine might have a little bit of orange. It might create a little orange.
So what I see happening with me, because I didn't have as much of the primer in the corner, I do see the red, but it's not as bright as I would want it to be. It may be brighter on this eye, or my right eye, than my left one. So it'll still have a nice like orange, I'm not orange, like a little red bronzy tone to it. You'll see
Mm-hmm.
a difference, but not as much. So I'm just gonna keep building this up here.
So wait, you wanted this one in the inner eye or on the outside?
Yes, we're
The
gonna do
inner.
the red in our inner eye. Yeah, it definitely would have helped if I had. Now I will say, because it is food, it's not burning as much as it would if I got real makeup in my eye.
Oh, well, that's a plus.
Because it's
Okay,
been dripping off.
there's my red. Can you see it?
Yes, I can. Oh my God, I'm so jealous. Mine is not showing up like that. Okay, hold on. Let me get it. Let me see. Oh no. You know what? I'm about to put a little more on my what you call it, on my eye.
Wait, now I definitely don't feel the beat and water in my eye, but I definitely can see it in my waterline.
Yeah. Let me see. Where's my concealer brush? Cause I want my red to show up.
You going back and putting some white in?
Yes, I'm going back, y'all, and adding some concealer because I want my red to show up just like hers. It's so pretty. So it's better to have less and add more than to have too much and have to take away. So we're gonna go back and dab on this concealer, let it get white and tacky.
Okay. Okay. Okay, guys, what are you all thinking about this so far?
It looks cute though. Wait till we blend in the brown. It'll be good.
Okay, well, I'm still here.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is, ooh, okay, hold on. Let me add a little more because I want mine to show up real bright. And you are a lighter skin tone, so that's even helping. So that's what I mean, even by with your eyeshadows.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't put on primer, especially if you have darker skin, it won't
Mm-hmm.
show up as bright as it can. Like from here, I saw the redness, I saw the nice blush tone to it, but it won't be
Mm-hmm.
as pigmented as it could. As pigmented as it could.
Okay.
So this is my white. I'm gonna put my white there. So I'm gonna move on to this other eye and see how it show up on this eye because I have a little more red.
And I'm also noticing give it some time to dry because when it dry, it really shows.
Yep. Oh, I'm here for it. Hold on, let me get a new napkin. Okay. And I see what you're saying by letting it dry because I saw it really well when it was wet and first put it on, and maybe let
Mm-hmm.
it dry and set, and then we can add a little more. Okay. I'm gonna build this up over here.
You can definitely see it though.
You can see mine too.
Mm-hmm. I can see
Okay.
it. If you and I bet you if you were closer to the camera, you could really see it. Oh, look, it match my nails.
Yes, pretty. Let me see.
You can see it. You can see. You can definitely see the yellow more than the red, but you can see
Yeah.
it.
All right. Well, we can let that dry a little bit. We can add in our brown on
Oh
the
wait, we can
end.
always go back. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's add our brown in on the end. All right. Just any kind of brush, more so like a flat brush if you can. Go
Okay.
wipe it off.
A flower. They probably can't use this big
Yeah,
beets
because you
one with
want to
that
kind
red
of,
on it.
no, you want to be more stationary with this one. You don't want it to move but so much.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
So the
This is,
brown I'm going to put in my corner was left in the white. And take that
and
around.
that was the first one we made because I've got all these containers in front of me. I want to make sure I know.
Yes.
Oh yeah, because my foundation one is the one that had actually more in it, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, this is just our foundation one. As you can see, it looks so pretty. Hold on. Let me build this up. I'm going to build it up. Let me show you guys. I'm building this brown up. And you can take it a little bit into the yellow and then up underneath your eyebrow. Not much, but just a little bit. Just to give you that like cat eye kind of.
Oh, you getting fancy now, honey.
Girl, I may use cocoa for my foundation.
And that's when you may not use the whole entire thing, but when you mix it, when you down to your little last little bit, or when it's
Yes.
dry or something like that, you might mix it with something that you already had, right?
Yes, for real, because this is actually sitting very pretty on the skin. I want to let me look up the benefits of cocoa powder on your skin, because that may be a thing. Where'd my brush just go? Oh, okay. So I'm gonna continue to build that up, which is really pretty. Is bringing down the yellow, but also letting it pop still. You're bringing it in up to the top, so you just have like a nice neutral transition.
Okay.
Not
So
too much, but that's
this,
what we're gonna do on the other eye, on my left eye as well.
so this is my brown eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. I don't know what that means. You can't get what to move. You doing yours too over there?
Right. Let us know. Shoot, you need to come on one. Let's see.
Okay, so we're putting this on our outer.
Yes, on our outer, and you can take it in a little bit to the yellow, but not much. But you could take it in a little bit and blend it back outwards, towards away from your inner lid.
Now, is this how you apply your eyeshadow?
That's how I do mine. Like after I put on my main colors, then I'll take. That's how you get that smokiness, that natural smokiness. Then I'll take a more natural tone and blend it out on the end, so it's not like color. Like you'll see color and then just fade out into your foundation. Like, honey, my eyes.
No, I'm saying you don't go like bottom up. You go middle. You go this way.
I put in when I do my regular eyeshadow. I do my middle color first. Then I do my inner, and then I do the outer, and then I'll take a brush and each of those colors, like you blend in that line to connect them, so it has a smooth transition into.
Oh, now that's interesting to know because I apply mine more horizontal.
Oh, really? No, you want to have it like you want to have that flared look, so it has a smooth transition and not harsh like here. And but yours haven't looked like that, but also it'll cut down on your blending time too, because that you just added more time and work for your application.
Okay, so now we see the red, the yellow, and the brown.
I'm gonna go in a little more with my red. I'm gonna go back and try to build that red back up.
Okay. Mine is drying, but I definitely, if there was a way to make, what was this, powder or cornstarch? Which one?
For what?
Our primer.
Cornstarch.
If it was a way to make the cornstarch actually in every spot, it really applies really well. You see the light here? Mm-hmm. It really goes on really good that way.
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't apply evenly on mine, so that's why it looks spotty a little bit. But like I said, the best creations, the best inventions, a lot of that stuff came from stumbling upon because you erred through some part of your process. So
No, most definitely, girl.
let me find out this the way I'm gonna become a millionaire, baby, and they know it.
Okay. Now I put like mine is like blending out on this eye. I don't know. I'm gonna leave this eye alone. Maybe let me add a little more turmeric because that does happen with regular makeup application. I'll blend out too much on my smokiness, and then I took away too much from my middle color. So I'm gonna go back in and just add a dab more. Just a dab more. So at least my yellow can be popping since that's the color that want to pop. Okay. I like it though. And let me find me a blending brush. See this little fluffy brush here, and I'm gonna take that and just blend everything. Now, when you blend, you don't swipe. This is literally a tap. It's like a tap in smooth. Like you're literally tapping and smoothing. You're not like swiping. You're not doing that.
Now, are you still using the brush you used to apply, or are you using a fluffy brush?
No, I said it. I switched brushes. I got me a nice like fluffy brush to blend out.
Okay, so I'll blend with this one.
Like you want to pat that color into your skin. And actually look how it's showing up even more now.
Okay.
Yellow. Look at that. That's pretty.
I can see it. I'm gonna let mine gotta dry a little bit. My brown gotta dry a little bit before I get to blending. So I'm gonna let that blend. If you don't have any movement or sound, I think your screen froze. So you might want to log out and log back in. That's normally the best thing to do. Log out and log in.
Oh, okay.
Not you. I was reading a comment.
Oh.
Carolyn has said it's not moving, so her screen probably.
Not you. I'm like, okay.
No, yours is fine. Letitia said this is like the first time you guys did a facial. Remind me, Jarusha, how do you determine which colors go where for the best look?
So you always want to do your natural tones on the end because that blends out prettier to your skin, right? So that natural tone, like our brown, that's our flat tone. And that blends out prettier to your skin. Your warmer color, like your highlighted color in the middle of the eye, because that makes your eyes bright and pretty. And then your lightest color goes in the corner. So our red, even though, how do I explain? Our red, because I want that like sunset look. So the sunset is like red, orange, brown, and down to night. So that's that smoky effect. But I usually like in the corner, I'll put my lightest color. And in this instance, our red is our lightest color, even though the yellow is showing up brighter, but it's still that medium color in there. So you can flip it around either way, but you do like to put like your lighter colors in the corner of your eyes to really make your eyes wide and pop out. Hold on 1 second. So even if I put a lighter color on my eye, like say I put like a nice flat silver or something, right? Or this red, I would go then and get a red glitter and put it right in that teardrop, and it'll pop it open even more. Like you'll see the red even more. So it's what to play around with, but you always want your darkest color, which is our brown, on the end to smooth out and transition nicely into your skin tone. Regardless of so many pictures you'll see, even they'll have a full eye full of bright, but there is that slight color on the end that blends it out into their skin tone. It's not just a harsh color and then your skin tone completely different. Did that answer your question? Let me know.
I gotta always summarize now. Okay. Turmeric scares me. It does have a dye number on most surfaces, almost ruin my nice quartz countertops. Yes, turmeric, it will. And then, they have the peels too. And it's like, okay, is this going to be dyeing my insides too because of that? This same turmeric that I had when I first got it. Good thing I was out of town, hotel. It was literally all over the white bed sheets. I'm talking
Oh
about
my god.
everywhere. So yeah, turmeric will get everywhere. But that was part of the reason for using it because we knew it stain, but we're not gonna use a lot of it.
So I've given up on the red. I think the red, like, it'll add that nice blush to my eyes.
Uh-huh.
But to leave it alone, I think I'm gonna just leave it as it is now. Um, and just let that be that. We can take our finger and slightly go over it now just to get off any flakiness if we can without taking off the color completely.
Okay.
But I'm gonna leave it like this because I like how this is looking. So this would be my more natural look, honey. This is what I would
Hey,
actually
baby.
do with my eyeshadow palette. Actually, I have some. Let me show you.
Wait, we can't see you. You went the other way. Oh,
I
you
know
went to pick
I'm
something
getting,
up. Oh, you picked something up. Okay.
yeah. So just like in here,
You cool now? Can I
let
finish
me,
my show?
let me see. So in this palette here, this is what I would like use for the turmeric. This is how the turmeric would actually come out this color if I put this one on. And then you
That
see
looks
that
good.
dark one? Huh?
That looks good. Yeah, it does look like that.
Yeah, and then this dark one, that's what I put on the end to blend it back out into my skin. So when I say about lighter, like even this is
You just
dark,
can't find
but
my
it's
way
a
back.
brightness to it. So I would use this one in that inner corner here
Which way?
and to open up my eye.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. Okay, girls, let's get to this foundation because it's gonna make this everything else pop a lot. So did you want to do the concealer with the turmeric, or you want to like leave that out?
Whichever.
You,
Whichever.
seeing how the turmeric is crumbling a little bit, I
Okay.
don't want to put it underneath our eye. So let's just do the foundation and then see, maybe we could blend the turmeric on top of it. We'll see how that looks. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. So
So
there's a question. What about the color along the eyebrow line? And I'm gonna blend.
so when you do your eyebrows, like the color up there, you want that to look natural but have a highlight to it. So usually you would get a color like, let me show you back in the palette. I would use something like this or a nice shimmer underneath the eye because it will highlight it, but you're not supposed to see it. You'll only see it when you turn at certain angles. You'll have that glow effect off of it. Other than that, like, I wouldn't use it. I wouldn't put the foundation up there. That's why I say you always want to leave that little bit of space so your eyebrows can be its own identity. Like, you don't want it to all just flow, like flood your face. You want those different dimensions. So I would use this lighter one and just put it underneath my eyebrow to lighten it up, and it will make your eyeshadow pop even more. Like, because it will bring that out and you'll see the difference in your eyebrows. So our next one, honey, we're gonna be more innovative and find out more things we could use to even contour our eyebrows and everything. So we're gonna do a little research into the next one. This one was just for fun, for play, and we just gonna figure out what happened.
Okay, you got another question. When you are blending with a sponge,
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, I did have a sponge. Do you dampen it lightly? Answer it for foundation first.
For a sponge, do I do dapping in what? Oh
Like
yeah,
water.
yeah. Your concealer, I mean your foundation with
Again?
your brush, yeah, you can dab it in. It's always a pat into your skin. You always want to press the makeup or food into our skin, not swipe it. When you swipe it, it doesn't give you a nice coverage. You'll end up using more than you actually need. When I do my foundation,
Okay, keep
which
going. I'm gonna step away, but keep going.
which is, here's another tip, guys. When you put on your foundation, put a pump of it on your skin to warm it up. That will show you the true color. If you ever looked at your foundation, you'll take the cap off, and the cap is darker than the actual foundation in the bottle, because when it's dry, that's the true color. So even when you're in the store looking for your foundation or what your color match, always look at the lid of it, or put some on your hand and let it dry, because that will show you the true color of it when oxygen and everything gets to it, and let it set. When you just look at the bottle, you'll think that's your color, and it'll turn into a whole different color. So you want to just put some on your hand, let it warm up first, and then put some on. That's how also you'll end up using less, because you'll sometimes think you need more to cover your face because you don't like to have a full coverage, but no, you just need it to dry and set first. So I always pump one little pump on my hand and put it on my brush and then pat it into my skin, which a little bit goes such a long way. I see so many people overuse their makeup. Like, you just don't need that much. That's why I get so many compliments on my makeup, because even though I have on makeup, it's like, well, how much? Did you really put on a lot? Like, I don't. I put on the bare minimum, and that's all you need. When you start putting on a lot and it's just clumpy, and not even clumpy, but when it just looks like a whole different person, I particularly don't like that look. I like just that, yes, I have on makeup, but it's just to have a nice polish over. It's not a new creation of a face. So that's just my little tip, okay? Pump it on your hand and you'll get more from that than just dumping it on your brush and going. Like, let it warm up first, let you see what color, and then you're supposed to do this beforehand to even match your color. But once you have it, still let it warm up first, and then you won't need as much when you're applying it to your face. You'll just need a smooth little transition. Because I do not, a lot of times people like, oh, do you have on foundation? That's why you can't tell when I do and when I don't, because I still don't use that much. And you don't, and that goes for everybody. Unless you really have bad skin and a lot of blemishes you're trying to cover up, you really don't need that much. It's just a light coverage just to smooth you over and even everything out, and you just have a nice finish. So that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to dip it in my Coke and Cocoa my Coke and Cocoa powder. Okay, I like how it's setting. It has a dewy look to it. Hold on, I'm gonna come closer. Honey, I was just thirsty trying to drink this water, honey. But if you can see it, it has a nice like dewiness to it. So this is it on my brush. Even though it's foamy, it's gonna be great. I can't wait. So I'm gonna wait on Marchel'e to put on the foundation, but that's what it looks like. I'm gonna just sit my brush here. But yeah, just tip, when you're picking out your foundations, always look at the cap first, and then always put some on your hand and let oxygen get to it, let it dry some, and you'll see its true hue to it. Because other than that, you will most likely always get the wrong color. So even when I was helping Marchel'e with hers, like, I'm like, no, let's put it on your hand. Let's see what this looks like on your hand. You always want to see your hand. For your concealers, always want to look at the inner part of your arm, of your hand. They have that lightness. You want your concealers to be lighter than your foundation. That's how you get the dimension and the highlight. You don't want it too drastic of a difference, but just enough that you see those two different color dimensions on your face. So that's with that. I think also we could probably make some blush out of this red, since it didn't show up that well as foundation. We could actually make a little blush with it. I'm gonna just test some on my cheek a little bit. Oh yeah, you may not see it far away. Let me get closer. You can see that little redness to my cheek now. So I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that for afterwards. Okay, I'm gonna save that for afterwards. Are you back, girl?
I'm back. I'm back for the moment. We're gonna have to speed this little process on up.
Okay, here we go. We done then. We gonna put our foundation on and we ready to go.
Okay, so we just got a little bigger brush.
Mm-hmm.
And our foundation, and again, our foundation is just cocoa and Pepsi.
You have Pepsi. I have Coke. Cocoa and Coke.
Okay, so we just got cocoa and Pepsi.
All right, okay. Let's go. Our foundation, you can pat it on. I mean, when I tell you, and you want to get a little bit underneath your eye, when I tell you this is actually, and I'm going to just do half my face so we can see the difference. This is actually really pretty. Let me find out I found a new hack, honey. Then you
I know, right? Let's see. We'll keep going.
Let me see. This is, oh, it looks, you can't even tell for real.
And that's kind of like what she was saying too. Like you couldn't really tell that
Yeah.
it was on, but it covered.
Yeah,
Mine
you
was a
don't
little
want your
watery.
makeup to look like makeup. Like put your makeup on like it's just lotion, a nice smooth. Yeah, you can tell. All right, foundation time. I'm finished my whole face. The
Wait, so are we
ladies,
putting this over our whole face?
yep, I put full coverage on my face. Don't forget to get that neck. Just a little
Okay.
dab on your neck. Everything's smooth. You want a smooth transition. This is actually interesting. Okay. You gonna put on lashes. I may just do some what is it called, mascara, because I'm a lash girl, but lashes be taking me time, honey. When I do my lashes, I put my lashes on first because I don't want to mess up my eyeshadow. Excuse me. So you want to blend down, blend around, get underneath your eye, and when you do your foundation, you want to take it just in the same direction of your cat eye or your wing you made with your with your eyeshadow. So it's just like this sharp crease, as you can see. I'll get closer once I'm done blending. And you want to pat. That's all we're doing. We're patting in. This is interesting. Now I do see how it's drying. I don't know. I'm gonna add a little bit more coverage under here. Let me dip a little more in my brush. Add a little more coverage underneath around my lips. You always want to get around your lips. You don't need your lips a different color from the rest of your face. Or around your mouth, I should say. Under your eye. And definitely down on your neck because you want a smooth transition. You don't want that harsh difference.
Okay, so I just did this side. It's a little, it's drying, but it's a little smooth.
Mine is smooth, but it's almost dry and patchy.
It's different.
You see that patch? Like how it's dry and patchy? I'm going to add a little bit more. Let me see.
Yeah, I can see that.
Let me see. Now, I am a hairy girl, so I wonder if the hair makes a difference.
I don't know. You think that's where the patch is coming in at?
Yeah, but I think it's just how it's drying because it's drying patchy all over. Okay, so
so you ended up putting it on both sides.
Yes, I did, and I can say I'm not happy with how it looks drying.
No, okay. I'm gonna look in this mirror.
Yours though. Yours isn't doing what mine doing, so maybe that's the difference. Let me try it with the Coke.
Oh, because you use the Coke.
Yeah, let me try it. I'm gonna wipe off one half, and then try like I'm gonna wipe off my cheek and stuff, and see what the Coke Pepsi one do for me.
Okay, so now I'm just putting the Pepsi all the way through. It definitely gives it a nice little shine.
Yeah.
And it definitely smells good from the cocoa, just to throw that out there.
It does. It does. Mine is strong though. Yours have a sweet because it's the like cocoa powder.
Yeah.
Like the packs. Yeah. Mine is actually like the raw cocoa. So mine is strong. It kind of smells like coffee over here. All right, so I'm gonna try my right side with the Pepsi.
Look what it's doing to my brush.
Well, you know, that's why I say get them cheap brushes, y'all.
Right. I'm just saying, like, that's just funny.
Don't use them expensive brushes now. You'll be
But I
laughing.
still say this is fun for a kids party,
Definitely.
or something. This is stuff that you would eat, so it's definitely nothing that is gonna hurt your face.
Now, wait a minute. I'm gonna let this dry a second, because now I'm about to be like, what's up with Pepsi versus Coke?
Coke probably still got that Coke in
No, for real.
it.
For real. Oh my gosh. I'm liking how this is laying more than the Coke. Let me see how this dries, because now this is about to be, I can't believe it. Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna let this sticky dry a little bit. But it looked like it might have woke the face up a little bit.
It did. It did.
Mm-hmm.
And it's smooth. So I think I like the Pepsi, because mine it's not drying harsh like the Coke did. Hold on. Let me fan it for a couple seconds.
I am just tripping on how this brush looks. So what do you all think about how the foundation covered? Let me turn. I think I got too much reflecting light. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm liking my other side off, because I think I like how it lays with the Pepsi.
I think you need a little bit of light so you can see. Interesting.
Oh wow, y'all. It's a difference. It's a different
Okay,
look.
I'm gonna need y'all. Okay, we talked about the candle tonight, but here I want to know what y'all learned tonight with the difference
Seriously.
between the flour and the cornstarch, Coke versus Pepsi, cornstarch and beet water. Like that was totally different. Turmeric with shea butter opposed to just turmeric by itself. When you put it with flour and cornstarch, this is a science project for real, honey.
No, it is. It is. And I'm enjoying it. I haven't done a science project in forever. Since I had to make the volcano, girl.
You know what? I think this is good for like, even though I can't say that I would do it if I was out, but like sometimes you want that extra shimmer, or you want, I love like a glitter spray.
Mm-hmm.
Like this gives you that almost. Shit, it's almost like Botox because it's skin tightening. My skin is tight.
Yeah.
Now this is a good way to probably to skin tighten too. That's why my brush is like this, because it's tightening the brush too.
Girl, I'm in love over here. No, for real. I'm gonna put on Coke and Cocoa to go to the store one day and just see how I last out in the world, in the environment, in the different elements, and how it reacts to that.
How does your skin feel dry?
Now versus the Coke made it like I felt the patches. This is coming on real smooth. Like my brush is even smoother than it was with the Coke. This is the Pepsi and Cocoa.
Hey, baby.
Let me make this a little more smoother around the eyebrows. Okay, let me blend this out. I like it. I'm here for it. I'm here for the Coke and the Pepsi. That's what I'm here for. I mean the Cocoa and Pepsi. Okay.
Now what are you doing? You're wiping away, or what are you doing?
No, I'm blending. I'm actually blending in, because if I had my contouring stick, I would put some right here in this angle on my nose to contour my nose into my eyeshadow. So that's actually what I'm doing right now. Thank you for saying something. I did get quiet and just start working. So what I'm doing is if I put the foundation up here, so I'm just blending it in kind of into my eyeshadow a little bit. So it is one, you want to have one face. You don't want to have different sections. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm blending it out with a napkin.
Okay, well I'm gonna apply some more because I didn't get that close to my eyeshadow.
Yeah.
And this stuff, guys, you all have to give it time to dry. But I'm telling you, my face is really tight.
Yeah, it is. Mine is too. I feel the tightness now. So I'm blending it. Even when you have on your foundation, you want to lightly blend into your hairline. Because I'm telling you, you don't want to look like how on White Chicks, okay? The movie. Like, you don't want to just look like you painted something on your face. You want it to look so natural.
Where it stops. Yeah.
Yeah. They don't need to know where it began and where it stopped. Like, it just need to be one fluid.
If we say one band, one sound.
Okay. So around my nose here, it got a little dark. I put on a little much. So I'm just blending that out. I am a little rougher with it. Just to blend it a little better. Girl, this is too funny. We may need to put on our mascara. You putting on lashes still?
We can't do mascara tonight. It's getting too late. My baby needing me.
Okay.
It's too late for lashes. We gonna save these lashes for another time.
But this is cute. We did good. Let me see what it looked like with my setting spray. I'm gonna just see.
You got your setting spray. I gotta let mine dry a little bit, so we probably got 5 more minutes. Okay, y'all look beautiful, and I love this natural beauty on you both. However, this would be fun on a Sunday afternoon for the week ahead. Yes, Marchel'e, natural foods is bringing its own glimmer. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And yeah, you all know we normally do Formula EOSBM on Sundays, unless it's like something like really going on or something like that. So that's why we switched over to Saturday night for tonight, because our special guest needed to do Saturday. So we're here. But thank you all for joining. Bless you.
Oh, yeah, bless you. Oh.
So let's see. Flip your camera. Tell them again what you did, and then tell them again who you are, and then sign off.
Okay, guys, this is my look. This is how it looks dry. I'm rocking with it. It is what it is. I feel cute. But we are definitely going to try a whole different method next time. I think I see some tweaks and stuff we can make for next time. But until then, I am Jarusha Allure, your beauty and wellness maven. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. Jarusha Weeks on Facebook. Jarusha Allure on Instagram. JARUSHAALLURE. That is a mouthful, but honey, it's worth the type. Okay. So I am your beauty and wellness maven, and I am here for all your mental and physical wellness needs. And what's all of that without beauty and glam? Okay. Bye. I had fun. Thank you for having me, Marchel'e. Can't wait for the next one. This was my first formula. I love it. So can't wait to come back. See you guys. Bye.
Okay, so as you all see, my baby is not having it right now. So I'm going to go ahead and end this live. It was fun. Malaya says she needs me, so I have to get off of here because now I have to jump when she says jump. So in the meantime, between time, Formula EOSBM, I'm Marchel'e.